My Team 2K Unlimited Tournament.
Here we go.
Basketball always been my game. Nothing that I can't do at this point.
Put myself in a good chance to win. I got more control.
You ready? Clear the runway. Whoa, no!
2K TV is at the My Team Unlimited Finals. Skip to My Lou versus Turn Up Defense with $250,000 on the line. Then get the latest event info from the Neighborhood Scout and your top plays.
Welcome to NBA 2K TV. We are here in Charlotte, and I am your new host, Chris Manning. Yes, the rumors are true. I'm gonna be here each and every single episode, every single week, for you guys, the fans, the community. Today, I'm joined by my team producer, Robbie, and we are here at the My Team Unlimited Tournament, where the winner is going to take home $250,000, tickets to All-Star Weekend, and the title of champion. So let's talk about both competitors. Skip to My Lou versus Turn Up Defense. What was their road like to get here?
Turn Up Defense lives up to the name. 34 points he allowed in one of the qualifiers. That's amazing. It is defense versus offense, as weird as that sounds. Skip to My Lou, super-powered offensive player. It's going to be a battle at both ends of the court. Can't wait to find out what happens.
Well, I had a chance to sit down with both of them earlier today. Here's what they had to say. I'm here with Skip to My Lou. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
I'm doing pretty good. I bet you're a little bit more nervous than I am tonight, right?
Most definitely.
Just a little bit of money on the line, $250,000. Nervous at all?
Not really nervous, just kind of like anxious to play.
Let me ask you, how did you first get started with 2K?
Well, I've been playing 2K since I was 2 years old. My dad, he introduced me to video games early, so that's kind of been my thing growing up, and basketball always been my game.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you were actually a 2K League pro.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
It was a great experience.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Orlando Magic. Well, for Orlando, they got their season rolling with a nice win in their first game. Now we'll find out if they can build on it and open with back-to-back victories. And Kemba Walker, a leader for this team.
If you're still looking for tickets to any upcoming Hornets games, visit the ticket booth or on our website for availability.
There's a buzz in the air here inside the Spectrum Center. This Charlotte crowd is going crazy. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by the talented analyst tandem of Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. David Aldridge is on our sideline. You look at the Magic, coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And the story of that game was their terrific rhythm on the offensive end.
Well, it started with their energy. They played with a lot of it. And then on the other end, they looked very comfortable getting their shots.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So on the floor for Orlando, Grant is out there with Evan Fournier. Then there's Jay. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Vucevic in at the 5 down low. You know, Chris, I don't know if we can call it unexpected, but a couple highly regarded rookies have struggled so far to begin the year right out of the gate.
You have to learn your way in here. Just because you were great on one level does not guarantee you success at this level. And that's why you have to come in with a great work ethic and an open ear and a heart that's really trying to understand the concepts of the game. It's a huge adjustment going from college to the pros. You think about it, you're playing against guys that are stronger, guys that have more of a mental advantage because they've been through the situation that you're going through the first time over and over and over. The game is much faster, players are much better, and the thing I think is usually the biggest kind of separator of levels is that your athletic ability no longer means anything. Very rarely do you come from college being the best athlete and now the best athlete in the NBA. So many different levels, and you just hope that guys don't get caught in the struggle, but understand that the struggle for any player is part of the game, part of the transition from college to the pros.
Here's Waiters after the made shot from Jay. Here's the break, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It goes on Kenneth Faried. The Magic shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
He's off on the first. He hits the second from the line. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
That is prime-time point guard play. A sensational find by Walker to set up the easy bucket. Now, that was a sensational feed. He hit him right on the move.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field. Waiters outside. Back to Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Let's go. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
He's still looking to get into a groove this quarter.
Here's Isaac. Misses the three. The Hornets shooting well off their usual numbers, around 29% so far. Hernan Gomez, no good.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Vucevic takes Bridges, and he banks in the layup. Bridges has got his first points of the night.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside. You know, flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Jaren Grant, part of the Grant dynasty. His father, uncle, and older brother Jeremy, all NBA players.
Oh, yeah, I played with his father, and you knew that these kids were going to, you know, kind of follow into his footsteps just from how good they were, how smart they were, or how athletic they were. And his oldest brother also played internationally. And Jaren, the only point guard in the family, I guess he's the only one that had handles. Yeah, sorry about that, twins, but at 6'4", great size for the position.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Ross comes in for Isaac. J.J. Redick's checked in for Fournier. And D.J. Augustine subbed in for Grant. Now, here's Monk. He's coming off a 19-point game against Miami. Rocket 2, Parker. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Parker's got his first basket.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket. My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. Hornets trail by 4. Poke loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker.
Here's a look at some stats for Jay. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged 37 points a game last season. Almost 3 steals and 4 rebounds. Guys, he's a difference maker off the bench. Steps into that front court and more than holds his own.
Well, it's his willingness to bang down low or move opponents off the block. Those are valuable contributions.
Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
To the wing right side. Zeller passes to Monk. Parker against Augustine. Right at the free throw line. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
No, that's just too easy for Parker there. He loves getting those opportunities.
Ooh, the feed was perfect. The timing, the placement, everything was right on the money.
So it's the Hornets now. They trail by 6. Pass to Monk. We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the first. Kaminsky misses. Magic have gone 7 of 9 from the field. A really nice start offensively for them. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, and it might not be the rivalry that a lot of the conference matchups are, but who knows? Maybe this is the year it heats up a little bit.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. The reigning MVP is in the building. AI talks about how things have changed now for him.
It's a big honor to have won the MVP. But I know that it's just the start of where I want to be. You know, I took some time off, but after that, I went right back to the gym. I got back to work. I feel like I have a bit of a target on my back now, and I'll definitely need to step up my game, as everyone in the league is probably going to try to give me the best game on defense.
AI not wrong about that. GA, nothing fires up a defense than going up against the MVP.
Yeah, and having that sentiment that AI needs to get back to work is exactly why he is the MVP. This kid is hungry, motivated, and I wouldn't be surprised if he adds another MVP award to his resume this season or next.
And a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. For the Magic. The back-to-the-basket scoring obviously more uncommon these days than it was in the past. Can we even say now with any kind of certainty, Chris, who has the best hook shot in the game?
The best hook shot in the game by far, still belongs to Tony Parker. No, he is not a big man, but he did lead the league in paint scoring when he was in his prime. Now a little bit older, he can still get to it. When Tony Parker gets in that paint, Kevin, he has the best jump hook. When I played in the game, the only guy that I respected their jump hook as much as mine was his jump hook, because he would float it over bigs so easy.
No kidding.
Oh, no kidding, Kev. He still has the best jump hook floater in the game. That's right, that man Tony Parker.
Poke loose, stolen by Grant, and up the court come the Magic on the break. Puts it up from 17. No good from Jay. For Charlotte, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Cavaliers lit up the floor. He finished with 42 points, and he did not miss a whole lot from the field. The basket must have seemed pretty big. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Thanks, David. It was a performance that not many players are capable of.
I know I won't forget it for a while, and you have to think he'll keep it rolling here tonight. When you're that hot, it takes a while to cool down.
Yeah, he was special, but the biggest challenge for him tonight is that the defense will be ready for him. They saw what he did in the last game, just like the rest of us.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Bridges kicks to Walker. A three-pointer is right on target. Walker's got 8 points.
That's his second three-pointer of this quarter after not getting any in the first.
Sinks it, and the shot from Jay. And the Magic lead by 3.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Walker finds Hernan Gomez. Back to Walker. Shoots over Fournier. Walker's shot is off.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
Again, the Magic score.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
For Charlotte, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. To the middle. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Augustine. And Orlando again with the bucket. Here's Hernan Gomez. And he overshot that one, missing. And so we wrap up the first half. Magic lead by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
Dion Waiters is out there with Kemba Walker. Then there's Hernan Gomez. Then there's Kenneth Faried. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the Hornets 5. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Just 5 on the clock. And Waiters kicks to Bridges. And it's off from 3-point range. Here's Jay. And that one drops for him. Jay's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Magic.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
They came out the locker room refreshed. I mean, they've been the stronger team since halftime. No doubt.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and that's collected by Jay. Magic leading by 9. A terrific all-around player. Walker's improvement from range, Chris, has taken his game to another level.
Oh, yeah, he was much better inside the arc when he entered the league. But over his first 4 seasons, he shot around 31% from 3. Then something clicked. Now, he's a factor.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Oh, this is ugly. No question about it. And you wonder if these matchups aren't favoring them right now.
Kaminsky is checked in for Charlotte. Batum comes in for Bridges. The Magic also changing it up. Bamba comes in for Vucevic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Evan Fournier. And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
Parker's checked in for Dion Waiters. Isaac passes to Jay. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
I love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Hornets trail by 12. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Rebounded by Isaac.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
Oh!
Nice. He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. And that was an Unleash Chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim.
Don't let him shoot that.
Pass to Jay. Outside, Redick. To the inside, stolen by Faried, and now in transition is Parker. Here we go. Softly drops in the floater. Parker's got his third basket of the night right there.
Yeah, and even though he's a little older now, Parker still possesses exceptional speed. He really turns on the Jets in transition for easy looks like that one.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. See, we have a quick tactical question here. The Magic have shot 1 of 3 from the line tonight, missing 2 earlier on.
What's up? Shooting
And that one falls for Bamba.
The raw talent Bamba has, just so impressive. A shot blocking specialist who also makes an impact on the offensive end.
Parker kicks to Monk. 1:22 left in the third.
How about the potential of Malik Monk? I mean, tremendous prospect. He's an excellent shooter from distance and should become more consistent as he improves his strength.
Free throw drops for Monk.
There's a quiet confidence that Monk seems to play with. You can see he just feels like nobody can guard it. Kid just plays with an edge.
And the Hornets making a change here. Bridges checks in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Fournier is checked in. And Monk, a dangerous scorer, but still has work to do, Chris, on the defensive end.
Well, some of it's his effort. I mean, some of it's his awareness. I mean, Monk's still learning what it takes to be a pro. He won't maximize his minutes until he's a factor on both ends of the court.
The Hornets shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
And Parker just so skilled at marching his way to the stripe. He just has an endless amount of cunning moves that consistently frustrate the opposition.
Waiters, he's checked in for the Hornets. Vucevic checked in for the Magic. For Orlando, they have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight. That free throw, no good. Hernan Gomez is checked in for the Hornets. And a switcher also for Orlando. Sharon Grant, he's checked in for Augustine. Hornets trail by 12. Now Monk kicks to Waiters. 44 seconds left to play in the third. Shot clock at 6. And again, the Hornets missing.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
That defense is as good as a block. I mean, what looks to be a layup turns into nothing.
Gordon against Bridges. Here's Monk. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
And so it's the Orlando Magic with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Control the pace. Get it to the right guy at the right time. These requirements top the list if you're a good point guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Orlando leading by 14. And so in the game for the Magic, Vucevic is out there with Jay. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Grant, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. That's good from Jay. He's perfect from the line this time.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Waiters on the wing. And there's Zeller. That's good on the assist by Waiters.
Look, he has a good feel for the painted area. Zeller, never in a rush, very deliberate with his moves.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Charlotte Hornets. It's a 16-point game. Shoots from the line, and he hits the jump shot.
That's a good idea for Walker. Get the D thinking about a jump shot and open up the passing lanes.
Jay, and they pick up 2. Jay's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Walker against Grant. Taken away. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Jay. He gets it in there. Jay's got it, got 37.
Well, I like that he shows no hesitation there.
Yeah, while he's taking off, no one on the other side reacts. They give up the easy point.
Charlotte calls timeout.
Yeah, you know, some of it's shot selection, some just bad luck, and they just can't get anything going.
Well, this is the dilemma as a coach. You wonder, do I need to call a timeout here? Do I need to settle these guys down? Should I let them play through it?
Kenneth Fareed, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez to the left wing. Now here's Zeller. Defense is right there. Waiters up top, and Jay gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. Last season, CWAB, the league implemented rules for resting starters. Has that had any effect, in your opinion, so far?
I'm not a big fan of it. I think that this should be something that's held in the locker room, that if you're a player and you're hurt, or if you're tired, that you and your coach should be able to talk about it, and definitely he manage your body the way that a coach should. But I don't think that this should be something that's just out on the table that I can take a rest day. It's just never been in the game. This is a new precedent. But I do love what the commissioner and the NBA has tried to do, is address the issue, because it was getting out of hand, resting players, especially on national televised games. If I'm a fan and I'm coming there to watch my favorite player and you're not playing there tonight, and I've saved up for these tickets for months, gotten good grades, done everything my dad has said to do, and he's taking me to the game and you don't show up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's a big let.
That's sad. Down low, stolen by Fareed, and now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. Finished off the break.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will get him his fourth foul of the game.
Dang, that's his fourth foul. Now he's going to have to be careful. Still a little ways to go and only 2 fouls to spare.
Walker with it. Now defended by Grant, and Walker kicks to Bridges. No good. Shot missing. And Orlando will come the other way. There's the pass to Isaac. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Vucevic the pass to Jay. And here's Fournier to the inside. Got a piece of it. Inside. Here's Jay. And that one drops. Jay's got a cut 41.
I tell you, Isaac has great vision for a big man. Can see over defenders easily thanks to that size.
Fournier against Waiters. Outside, Walker. High post try. Offensive rebound. Here's Jay, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Just terrific determination. First, compiling the lead, and now building on it.
Oh, man, and this is late in the game. It's tough for a team to come back. Everything has to fall into place.
Walker finds Zeller. Now, here's Bridges. A floater draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about the balance and focus? Knock Bridges around all you want, but he is determined to score.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Hernan Gomez is checked in for Cody Zeller. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Fareed. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Waiters. And Parker's subbed in for Kemba Walker.
And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantage they hold in this game.
And so James Borrego decides to call timeout. See, Webb, I think of when you entered the league and how much the league has changed since your entry. In your mind, going back to your rookie year, I'm sure you can count many ways that the NBA has improved the game.
Yeah, and the NBA, to me, has always been a step ahead. It's been a leader as far as where sports in general should go. I mean, we're truly a global game now. Just imagine where the game is going to be in 20 years. The growth of overall player salaries, the value of franchises. And to me, again, the biggest improvement has just been the evolution of players. It's been thanking a guy like Larry Bird, who was 6'9", shooting threes, and today we have Kevin Durant, 7-foot shooting threes. It's players getting better. The dribbling of Isaiah Thomas back in the Piston days to the dribbling of Curry, Kyrie, John Wall. Today, it's the evolution of the players to me that's been so exciting, along with the group growth of the league overall.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Magic.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Jay.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
At this point, it's just icing on the cake. Terrific run, closes it out.
40 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Parker. The baseline Jay off the mark.
Off target with what's a pretty good look from mid-range.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Frank Kaminsky picks one up. That's good from Jay. No good on the second free throw. And so it's Parker with it. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Tipped away. Here's Jay. And, yep, another basket.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Now here's Parker. Feeds to Batum to end the run. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we'll see you next time.
Exactly what fellas, what a play.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, after splitting their first 2 games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side.
Coming to you tonight from the American Airlines Arena with a look high above here in Miami.
We still in charge.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Miami Heat defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
Tonight, a battle of up-and-comers. It'll take a lot of energy, Steve, but also some mistakes.
Yeah, turnovers for young guys. That usually what turns the game around. And you can see the lack of experience. They missed their defensive rotations, and then when the game gets tight, they started to force shots. And it's fun to watch these kids grow up. But I think if you're a coaching staff, you're trying to speed up their experience because it's probably not fun to coach when they're youngsters.
A look at the Magic starting group. Jay out there with Isaac, and it's Vucevic. Then it's Evan Fournier, and it's Grant in at the 1 spot. It's Fournier on the wing. Jay the pass to Vucevic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Shots good from Jay. And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
You know, they worked hard, they drew fouls, but they just couldn't convert at the line.
And it's one of those things that can deflate your team. After all that effort, you want points.
Clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now, here's Richardson. Hill looking around with some arc. Johnson left side. Here's Whiteside. Lays it up and banks it in.
The activity of Whiteside, if he plays with consistent energy, the sky's the limit.
The Magic have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Well, Heat fans, not the league's loudest, but they do show up.
They sell out the arena every night. They love their team, and it's a great place to play.
Here's Magruder. After the made shot from Jay. Richardson kicks to Johnson. From down low. It's blocked. Isaac passes to Jay. No good on that one. The Heat go the other way with it. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Grant against Hill. Shoots. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
When Hill comes off that screen with the ball in his hands, you better watch out.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And on the road, their perimeter shooting really helped to kind of keep the crowd out of the game.
You know, I was surprised to see how comfortable they were in that environment. Shot a very high percentage from way beyond the arc.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Jay. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jay's got 10.
Yeah, what a quarter for him. firing on all cylinders, putting this team in a good place.
And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
Magruder, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Jay. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 14 points for him.
Only one miss in his first 8 attempts, coming out of the gate strong.
Hill finds Winslow. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Ross passes to Jay. Augustine. It's good. Augustine's got his first bucket in this one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Magruder, covered by Reddick. Shoots from the line, and it's Magruder missing. Magic leading by 7. It's Reddick on the wing. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
Shot and game clock separated by 5 to stop the run, and it's blocked.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Here's Jay, and again it's Orlando with a 3.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
And so it's Orlando, looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll return shortly. Being an NBA champion, quite an accomplishment. Here's what winning his first NBA title has meant for AI.
You know, when you're a kid and you think about that moment for so long, like what you say, like how you react and celebrate, everything plays out in your head, you know, like 1,000 times before you even get to the NBA. But there is absolutely nothing that can prepare you for that feeling. I'd say that I had a smile on my face probably till about late July. and that's when I knew that it was time to get back to work so I could feel that elation again.
And Greg, you talk to any of the greats in the NBA, they will all tell you there is nothing that compares to winning that first title.
And to be so crucial to the team winning like AI was in their postseason run last year, that is something special, and he'll always have that with him for the rest of his life.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Magic so far.
So far, they've been active, scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
The play calling has been perfect, backed up by beautiful execution. They've certainly captured the moment in that first quarter.
They've got Adebayo. Winslow is out there with Jones. Then it's George Hill. So that's who Miami starts the second with. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Jay in that last matchup against the Hornets was tremendous. He ended up with 50 points and was very efficient on offense. He picked his spots on when to keep the ball moving or to shoot. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
Great, David. Appreciate it. Well, he set the bar pretty high for himself with that performance.
He did. But we know he's going to try to raise that bar again tonight. No matter how good he is, he's always thinking he can do better.
It's going to be tough. I'm sure their entire defensive game plan is centered around how to stop him. They're going to be all over him.
Well, Eric Spoelstra working his way up through the Heat organization, and I hear eventually interested in moving into the front office someday.
And I would say it will be with the Miami Heat, a very loyal, close.
The Heat trail by 4. And here's Richardson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Puts up a 3. Nailed from three-point land. Richardson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Jay. And good. Coming in on the assist by DJ Augustine.
Mr. Dependable tonight, helping them grow this lead.
To the paint. Here's Garrison. It's blocked. They get it back. Winslow against Ross. The offensive rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
The Magic have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That's good from Jay.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
2 for 1 territory, but they got to work quick.
This is where the play calling comes in. Let's see what they got. Second foul. You don't want to pick up his third in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
26 seconds left in the first half of the game. Garrison covered by Reddick. And here we go with the Magic fast break. The shot's good from Jay.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Magruder kicks to Richardson. Here's Adebayo, and he throws it down hard with one hand.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And so it's the Orlando Magic with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And I love the game plan in that first half. They really valued each possession.
You know what? It's hard to do. Staying focused and disciplined with your approach.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. And so in the game for the Magic, Fournier out there with Grant. Then there's Jay, and it's Vucevic, and it's Isaac in at the 3 spot. More and more teams are emphasizing the transition game, Steve. What do you think it takes to be successful at that?
No, I think it comes down in a transition game if you have players, not just the point guard or the guy assigned to handling the basketball the most, and you have a lot of unselfish players. And what I mean by that is not a lot of guys can pass. You'd love to have that, Kevin, but also guys that will run and understand they won't get the bucket, but because they run and take a defender, that they allow a driving lane for their teammate to be able to score.
Right side, the pass to Magruder. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Magruder's got 5.
The little things that make a difference. Whiteside staying alert, open man, makes the right basketball play.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. And Jaren Grant, 5 years at Notre Dame, redshirted as a freshman and helped lead them to the Elite Eight back in 2015.
The Irish had a high-powered offense, Kevin. A lot of shooters. A good preparation for him in the NBA.
And to look now at the 4 areas where shots can come from. The paint, mid-range, and shots from deep, all broken down for Miami.
And you can see how important those inside baskets are. This is a team that loves to work the ball inside, whether the entry pass or off of a drive. They like to feed on those high-percentage looks.
A mix-up with the defense leaves him wide open for mid-range, a shot he usually makes.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Derek Jones, he's checked in for Miami.
Derek Jones, Jr.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here are the Magic now. Magic leading by 8. Fournier dishes to Grant. Now here's Isaac, defended by Jones, and stolen by Whiteside. Moving it up. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Now a timeout called by Orlando.
And what a story for Hassan Whiteside. A second-round pick back in 2011. He's bounced around. I mean, the G League, China. He even played over in Lebanon. It wasn't until 2015 that he emerged seemingly out of nowhere as a factor for the Miami Heat.
Right wing, here's Jay. Another miss by Orlando.
And that's rough. He did have 3 in the first half, but hasn't had one since.
Now here's Jones. Defense right on him. And it's Magruder in the corner. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. They grabbed their own miss, and it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Impressive the way Whiteside is scoring here tonight. A sign of many great things to come.
Jay, the pass to Fournier. Jay, defended by Jones. Fournier finds Vucevic. From 20 feet out. Not going to go that time. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Magruder. And he overshot that one, missing. And Whiteside in 2016 receiving a 4-year max contract break from the Heat.
Amazing how far he's come. Set the franchise record for most blocks in a game. And pretty impressive when you think of the big men who've played for the Heat. We're talking Lonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, no less.
Here's Johnson. Basket counts. Johnson's got his first bucket in this one.
Nice presence inside. Johnson with a variety of moves and extremely good footwork makes him a difficult matchup.
And that one is good from Jay.
You can tell he is on a mission down the stretch. Attack offensively and build on this league.
Now a timeout called by Miami. Let's use this break for a quick look at the squad. And that one misses.
And the overall skill set that Isaac possesses really off the charts. A big man who can run the floor, but also with that wingspan can defend the rim.
James Johnson is out there with Adebayo. Then it's Jones. Then it's Winslow. And it's Richardson in at the point guard. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Good on the bucket. Jay's got 38 points.
Still attacking. Building on this lead coming down the stretch.
And he's doing it efficiently, taking makeable shots. That's led to a high percentage from the field.
Now here's Winslow. He's covered by Isaac. Now Winslow. Here's Richardson. Rebound by the Magic. Jay's got his 4th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
Not sure of the thought process on that one. Really bad shot selection.
Well, you're playing for the team, not just yourself. They needed much better execution that trip down the floor.
And this is his shot. You give him that much space, you're asking for trouble.
And the problem is you're already way behind. Obviously, your closeouts are ineffective. You're in trouble.
Back to Jones. Now the pass to Richardson. From the arc. Rebounded by Isaac.
Trying to get his man back for the last three. It helps to not make this personal.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
The Heat trail by 12. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Winslow with it. Over Redick. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Outside, Jones. Offensive rebound, Heat.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Gray. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
You know what? When you don't box him out, he will burn you for it. He threw that putback down with the authority.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They're ahead by 10. 1:52 left in the fourth quarter of this one. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Jay.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. .152 left here in the fourth quarter. Hill against Grant. Out to the right wing. Beyond the arc. No good from Jay. The Heat trail by 10. Johnson surveying the floor. Hill inside. He's covered by Grant. Hill, no good.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot. And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. And we felt it. Even over here, we felt it. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Richardson kicks to Johnson, and he drops it in from the low post. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
That is just some finish. Excellent defense, but Johnson, using his size and skill, wins that battle.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Magic.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jay.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Bucket is good.
And in as hostile an environment as you're going to see, they found ways to step up time and time again.
You know, playing away from home, it's easy to get out of sync. Instead, they focused and dominated.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're trailing by 13. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hill. Pass to Winslow. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Ross. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Here's Garrison. Again, the miss by the Heat. Here's Jay. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Jay's got 47 points.
He is single-handedly carrying this team right now thanks to his terrific scoring performance so far in this game.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Locked and loaded. That's what I'm talking about, baby.
Nice shot.
Love him.
Appreciate it.
Nice shot selection. Sure.